All right, good morning. It is Friday, so a little bonus stream for you guys. It's supposed to be a hot one today, like 101 degrees. And we are doing some fertilizer. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lawns to do today. And I forgot my sunglasses, so it's gonna be hot and bright. I'll show you the stuff we're using on these lawns. This customer wanted weed and feed, so this is the only one that we're doing this on. I charged her a little bit more because this bag is more expensive. It's like 30 bucks more expensive than the other stuff I'm using. See, this covers 12,500 feet. I think this customer's lawn might be 600 or sorry, 6,000 or no, 4,700 feet, square feet. So what about a third? That's about a half. That might be okay. So I like to get started usually in the backyards on bigger properties, just in case like I run out. Hopefully I run out in the front and not in the back. So I set the spreader dial to 15, which is what the bag said to do. And I am empty. Of course, I could not have put enough in there. So that one I charged $220. I basically added the cost of the bag onto the price of just like regular fertilizer. That took 12.5 minutes. $220. The bag, I used half a bag, and the bag was like $51. I also got a different SD card for the GoPro, like a real high quality one from Samsung, because I was doing some research yesterday, because I've been having, you know, issues with it overheating, and I just wanted to see like what, you know, if a lot of other people are, you know, experiencing the same thing. And from what I was reading, SD card, if it's like a poorer quality or like an older SD card, it's harder for the GoPro to write to, so that can increase the heat of the GoPro. I don't know how well that's going to do with it being 101 today. Right now it's 92 degrees. It's 10:27. But hopefully that solves one problem of it overheating. Also, I took off the max super, like the it keeps it steady. I turned that lower. Because that's another thing that can increase the heat of the GoPro, from what I was reading. So hopefully those two things make an impact on how hot it gets, and you know, it can stay cooler and stay recording. So if I was using my other fertilizer, her price would be $188. You know, so like I said, I just added the cost of the, or like half the cost of the bag added onto it, or something like that, because I expected to have a little bit left over of that stuff, which I did. And if it's something else that she wants, like next year, you know, I already have half a bag and I can use that. I also dropped off my hedge trimmers at my mechanic, because I want them to sharpen them up for me. And they saw my new truck and, you know, asked me if I was, you know, putting a plow on it, and I said, yep, that's exactly what I plan on doing. And they said that they might be able to get me like a deal on a brand new Boss snowplow. So they have my information and the truck model, and they are going to look into it and give me a call, like with a price. You know, because I've been shopping plows, the price of plows around since I got this truck. You know, obviously because, you know, I want the best deal I can find, and I do want a brand new plow. I don't want to go used yet. Just because, since this is like going to be my first time getting into you know, snow with a plow, I want to have, you know, something that, you know, is going to be brand new, has a warranty, and, you know, that I can hopefully trust that it's going to last longer than, you know, like a used plow. All right, we're pulling up to the next one. Ian and I mowed this yesterday, so it'll look freshly cut. This guy here, I don't know if he lives here or not, but he's kind of like a hands-off owner or a hands-off customer. Like, he's just, because when I first got him, you know, he was asking me like, hey, can you do this stuff? Can you do this stuff? I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, whether that's like bush trimming or, you know, weed spraying, fertilizer, blah, blah, blah. So it got to the point to where I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna put all that stuff on my schedule and I'm just gonna do it, so he doesn't have to like worry about reaching out to me and, you know, saying, hey, can you do this? Because I know he wants it. So he didn't specifically ask for fertilizer, but I know, judging from years past, that, you know, this is something that he wants because he's asked for it. So when we get out to this one, I'll show you the product I use for the rest of my customers. All right. So this is the stuff I use, Richlawn Iron-Rich. It has quite a bit less nitrogen. You know, because nitrogen stimulates root growth or plant growth. So that's usually what you put down, you know, in like the spring and fall and stuff. This also has like sulfur, which is like a soil conditioner and helps with nutrient uptake and water retention, and also iron, which for grass will make it green. So if you put stuff down like with any iron, you need to make sure that you blow off the walks and stuff, because the iron, obviously, since it's metal, just like any metal, if it gets water on it, it'll start to oxidize and rust. So let's see, this covers up to 5,000 square feet. And this guy is 2,700, so probably a little over half a bag. Should be good for this guy's lawn. The majority of this fertilizer is like dehydrated poultry waste, DPW, which is chicken poop. So that stuff is, the Richlawn stuff is made in Colorado, and specifically for Colorado lawns, because we have a particularly weird climate, like we're high desert. We have a real compacted clay soil. Yeah, getting back in the truck now, like I can kind of taste the iron, like in the air, or like on my face or sweat or whatever. You know, I should be wearing like a mask or whatever, which I'll probably put one on when we get to the next one. But you know, like on hot days like this, I hate wearing you know, masks and stuff, because it's just like so hot as it is. I also ordered from Amazon a new neck mount, because I think this one is kind of starting to like the wires or whatever that's inside one of the neck things feels like it's starting to get like metal fatigue or something. And I also got a USB pass-through battery door for the GoPro, and a little mini power bank to keep the GoPro from overheating. What I'm hoping to do is, you know, maybe have the battery out and just run it off of the power bank power, and maybe see how like that goes, as far as, you know, having it continuously go and not overheating, you know, because when it overheats and I, you know, recognize it and pull that battery out, the battery is pretty freaking toasty. So that one we just did took 11 minutes. And I charge him $108. So my pricing for fertilizer is $40 per 1,000 square feet, with a minimum of 2,000 square feet, or $80. So I usually tell my customers, you know, that have smaller yards, you know, yeah, you know, the minimum fertilizer charge is $80, and that covers up to 2,000 square feet. You know, so if it was 3,000 square feet, you know, that's 120, and so on and so on. This next one we're going to, we did yesterday, and the guy came out and stopped me and said that, you know, he does want fertilizer. And I told him I'd get him today, so we're gonna do it. This one's actually a pretty big property. I think it's like 3,500 square feet, maybe 3,600 square feet. So his price is $128. So I'll probably put the rest of that bag in the spreader, and that probably should cover this property. At least I hope I have my, yep, I do have my mask. Yeah, the problem with dehydrated poultry waste is it gets like really like dusty and just like kind of nasty. Like, you know, it's organic based, so I'm sure it's like not like, you know, breathing in the mist from, you know, you spraying like Roundup or something. But it still wouldn't be, it's like, I just don't want to be breathing dried chicken poop. I wish I remember my sunglasses. About 8 minutes. $128. The next one we're going to is we do on Thursday also, and it's a pretty small one. It's fairly easy to do also, but her price is $84. It's like 2.2 or something, or 2,200 square feet. Sorry, so how I calculate it is, if it's like 2,200 square feet, I'll just take my price and multiply it by 2.2. And that's how I come up with my pricing. Yeah, what, you know, I think we have like $600 or $800 or something like that worth of fertilizer today. I got 8 bags, which I don't think I'm gonna go through all 8 bags. I bought 8 bags yesterday. That was like right around 170, 180, something like that maybe. And then $50 for the weed and feed. So that's what, $230, and I'm turning that into, you know, $600, $800. Oh, hey, Mr. Meachman. I am in Denver, Colorado. I don't know if you're still watching. Looks like you sent that about 4 minutes ago. But yeah, Denver, Colorado, where it's supposed to be hot today. I know that might not be hot to some parts of the country, but hot is hot, you know. 90s is too hot. Upper 80s is too hot. Low 80s is too hot. Like, it'd be perfect, you know, if it was like 55 to like maybe 69 degrees, like all year round. Oh, that would be perfect. Yeah, I'll leave a comment in the chat. Just in case you weren't watching when I said that and you end up coming back to the stream and seeing that. So yeah, if you guys are watching this on Twitch, I usually check the chat when I get back in the truck, when I'm out working, you know, because I run this off of mobile, my mobile hotspot on my phone. You know, so when I'm out, you know, doing work or whatever, you know, my phone's in my pocket. I'll use the mobile Twitch app and the creator dashboard to, you know, check all that stuff. But I don't do that until I get back into the truck. So yeah, you know, people could be commenting and, you know, like Mr. Meachman, and I won't know it until I check it. All right, after this yard, remind me to get water and check my battery. Yeah, see? Sweep and blow to avoid staining, which is what I do. water. One thing I don't like about this truck is the bed's so high. It's a lot harder to reach in and grab stuff compared to my Ford. And battery. All right, yeah, so this is what I got. This little battery bank. So I'm gonna try and see if this will power the GoPro without a battery. So hopefully it stays streaming, but if it doesn't, I will be back. Yeah, that battery's toasty. I think what we might do is just keep this battery pack plugged in and let it use that power just so the GoPro can cool down a bit, and then when we get to the next one I'll put a new battery in. Oh, the AC feels so good, man. All right, so this took 10 minutes and 20 seconds. And the price is $84. So we have like 3 left. I think what I might do when we get to the next one is soak my hat with water, this, and put it on my head. That's what they're designed to do. You know, you get wet and or you get them wet, and you know the wind as you're walking and all that stuff, you know, helps carry away the heat, cools the water down, and it's supposed to keep your head cooler. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, a link to those hats is in the description, so if you want to check them out. And I bought like 3, and I alternate between the 2. You know, I'll wear one for like a week or so, and then and then wash it, swap to the other one, and you know, back and forth. But that water in that water cooler is cool. It's not cold. I put a 7-pound bag of ice in it yesterday morning, and it was nice and cold, like, you know, all day for us yesterday. But just because it's been so hot, and you know, the cooler sits in my truck bed, the ice melted, but it's, you know, it's cool. It's tolerable. Man, I hate drinking warm water, I tell you. Even cool water, like cool water is still kind of nice, but it's not as good as ice cold water, you know? And the next one we're going to is a front only. You know, so that is still my minimum of $80. And you know, it's good to have minimums like that, because this one that I'm going to, it's like, it's the only one that I'm going to that's like the farthest away. So, you know, the drive time from the last one to the next one, and then that one to the next one, like all that stuff adds up, you know. And if you're only doing it, oh, you know, it's front only, 30 bucks or something, 40 bucks, you know, are you really making money? Are you really making a profit if you're, you know, charging half of that? So that's why it's good to, you know, have minimums. I did have a lady give me a call asking about lawn mowing, and I told her I would try and stop by to take a look at her property. She sounds older. She did mention she had arthritis, so you know, I assume she's an older lady. But she said her neighbor was paying $25 for lawn mowing, and she was paying $35 for lawn mowing. You know, and I told her my minimum is $44, and she still wants me to come out and take a look at it. You know, I'll try and keep that price at $44 as, you know, as much as I can. But you know, it's expensive living in Denver, and you know, paying taxes. Minimum wage in Denver is $18.29, so it's like, you know, you hire like a high school kid like I did with Ian, I have to pay him $18.29 as his base pay. Like, I just have to. If I don't and he makes a complaint, you know, that could be trouble for me. Like, you know, I'm sorry, no 16-year-old, 15-year-old, because he worked with me last year and he was 15 then. But like, no 15-year-old, you know, needs to make $18.29 minimum wage. Granted, when he was working with me, I do pay for performance type pay. So he, you know, he was always making, you know, $19, $20, $21, $22, you know, working for me. But as far as, you know, like minimum wage, no kid needs to be making $18.29 an hour. Yeah, this park right here is Washington Park, one of the most popular parks in Denver. It's huge. People running, riding bikes, walking, dogs, volleyball, playing sports. There's a tiny lake that has paddle boarding, or or paddle boats. There's a rec center, tennis courts. So yeah, if you ever make it to Denver, you should definitely check out Wash Park. It's one of the best parks in the city of Denver. It can get crowded and very difficult to find a parking space. Alright, yeah, so the lady who wants me to stop by, she's calling me. I'm not going to answer it. I'll answer it when I'll call her back when we get to the next one. But I don't know, maybe she called someone else and maybe got a better price. I mean, you know, I feel bad about stuff like that, you know, because it's like, you know, she's an older lady, and she's obviously probably on like a fixed income. But you know, like I have to charge the, you know, the minimum price. I can't be mowing a yard for free. Unless your name is Mark Labriola and you're my best friend who I've known for almost 30 years, then I'll cut your yard for free. But you know, there are people out there who will do it for dirt cheap, and you know, maybe they might not be in business next year. Are they paying taxes? Are they legit? Do they have insurance? Because chances are, you know, if you're mowing a lawn for $25 in Denver, you're doing a lot of stuff under the table, and all that stuff's gonna come back to haunt you. You know, when I first got all of my customers from Wayne, the guy I used to work for, like a lot of his prices were like, you know, 25, 23, 20. I think the most expensive one I had at the time was like 28 or 29, maybe $30. Or no, the biggest one was like 65, and that was the big property that I used to have that I no longer have now. But I was able to get her up to, last year I think she was at 111 or 105 or something like that. You know, so just in the 3-4 years, you know, I've been in business, you know, definitely have increased prices quite a bit on everyone. All right, so that lady left me a voicemail, so I'm gonna check it real quick. Yeah, she said, you're supposed to stop by my house. My husband thinks your price is totally out of range. Yeah, okay. So they'll hire someone else to do it, and they might not pay their taxes and pay for insurance and all that stuff. And who knows, maybe they might give me a call when that person doesn't show up anymore. All right, yeah, so we're at the next one. And this is the front only. So what I think I might try and do is run this GoPro off a battery. And maybe see, you know, if it stays cool. Let's see if I can get this under my shirt so it doesn't get snagged on anything. All right. 4 minutes, 80 bucks. All right, 98 degrees. And it is 11:36. I think on Monday there's a good chance for rain, I think in the afternoon, but it's still supposed to be like low to mid 90s, I think. And then the rest of next week is they're calling for good rain chances, like 60% plus, like Tuesday through Thursday, I think. And it's supposed to be low to mid 80s, so that's gonna be really nice. And hopefully we do get that rain and it can, you know, quench some of the thirsty lawns out here. All right, this is usually the spot where it cuts out on me. So if it does cut out, I will be back once we clear this this part. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below what the temperatures are like where you guys are at. I mean, I assume the majority of people watching are in the United States. But looking at my analytics, I think I've seen people from Germany, Australia, France. So yeah, if you guys are in any European countries, you guys are gonna do Celsius, and I don't know exactly what is considered hot in Celsius. But you know, it's going to be fall and we're gonna get snow, you know, before we know it. We're already mid-July. Seven more weeks until September. and football. Man, I gotta tell you, I love mowing in September. September is the best time to mow yards. Days are getting shorter. Days are usually getting cooler. Nights are getting cooler. This area right here is like really narrow. This one's a decent sized property. This is one we do Wednesdays. The only thing I don't like about these hats is this little thing right there, like, it doesn't stay where it should. All right, so again on this one, I have quite a bit of fertilizer in there, but I will start in the back just in case I do run out. One bag, which is probably a little less than one bag in the spreader, but one bag should definitely cover this. I'm hoping what I have in there does cover it, but if I need to use more, you know, I definitely will. 10 minutes, and I charge her 148. So technically we have 2 left, but one lady has not gotten back to me yet. Which I'm okay with, you know, because when if she does get back to me, you know, when we mow, it's easy to, you know, just do fertilizer on it. The reason she gave me, or she was interested in it, but she wanted to know the ingredients of the stuff I put down, because they spend a lot of time in their backyard barefoot, and they, you know, a small child and a dog. So they just want to, you know, make sure it's not gonna, you know, cause like illness or rashes or something, which you never can really tell. Like I'm not gonna say, oh no, you know, it's 100% safe. But I would think, you know, since it's organic based, you know, the only really thing that it has in it is, you know, the dehydrated poultry waste, chicken poop, sulfur, nitrogen, and iron. So, you know, it's not like a man-made chemical, or, you know, like a harsh chemical, you know, like weed spraying or something. And on the website, you know, it does say, you know, that it's safe for pets and people. I mean, I would think if, you know, if you're really concerned about, you know, being barefoot on it, you know, maybe just have like some baby wipes or something, and, you know, wipe your feet off with the baby wipes when you're done in the backyard, until, you know, probably for a couple days, until, you know, you get like some water on it, and, you know, the stuff can start breaking down and working its magic. And that's another reason why I am going with the stuff I have, is because it is organic based. You know, it's not 100% organic. So it's made in Colorado for Colorado lawns, which is, I think for me, is huge. And hopefully, my customers can appreciate that, keeping money in, the state, helping that company. It helps me, it helps them. So yeah. So the last one we're going to, I was supposed to do his monthly fertilizer application, which when I say monthly, it's like every 4 to 6 weeks. I was supposed to do that on Tuesday when we mow his lawn on Tuesday. But I figured since I am going out today to do all this stuff, that, I could just do it today. So hopefully it's not like there aren't any dogs out or anything like that. So Ian today is, I told him that I could handle today, but his dad knows someone, and his brother has like some yard work that he hired him last Saturday to do, and I guess he's doing more of it again today. So he's out making money with someone else. If I had like 20 fertilizing jobs, I would, ask Ian to come in. But since we only had 7 or 8, like, I think I started around, it was like 9 o'clock or something when I left the house. I went to site 1 to pick up that weed and feed, and got to my first yard at I think it was maybe right around 10 o'clock or so. So it's been a couple hours. I also dropped off the hedge trimmers that I have to get sharpened. We're gonna take a little detour because Ian told me that the place he's working at is like on Corona or Ogden or something. So I just wanted to go down that street, Ogden, I think it was, that he actually told me. And yeah, just see if he's working. Maybe say hello. You know, this is the kind of stuff you can do when you work for yourself. You can go as fast as you want, you can go as slow as you want. You can schedule as much as you want. So yeah, the only way I'll know if he's at the place is... Oh, his truck was right in front of me. I was just about to say the only way I'll know his truck is if he's there working is if I see his truck, and his truck was just right there. He's not wearing eye protection. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Are you almost done?
Yeah, pretty much actually. So,
That's good, because it's getting hot.
yeah, it's getting real hot. How's it going today?
Pretty good. I got one more.
Cool.
Yeah, I remember you. I remember you said the house was like on Ogden. I was close by, and I'm like, I'm gonna drive down to Ogden and see if I see him. Yeah, I saw your truck.
Cool.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. Shoot, man. That's a lot to do.
Yeah, there's like some big bushes and trees too. But yeah.
Well, cool.
So,
I just thought I'd stop and say hi.
Yeah. Cool
So,
to see you.
all right. See you Monday.
See you Monday.
Let's see what Google Maps says is the best way to get there. Take the highway. Normally when I'm hauling a trailer, which as you can see from watching the stream or the VOD, that I don't have a trailer with me. Normally I don't like taking the highway. Just because, you know, I don't want to get like, you know, a flat tire on the trailer or a piece of equipment or into an accident or something and have all of that equipment with me, and you know, if something happens, then it gets damaged or whatever, you know, then it'll be very bad for me. But yeah, since I don't have a trailer and I just have the fertilizer, the spreader, a blower, and a trash can and stuff, I don't think it'll be that bad. I mean, this, I'm hitting traffic and this says it's, you know, gonna be 6 minutes. Now 7 minutes. And of course, it's telling me to get off on University, darn it. I'll probably get off on Colorado Boulevard. Actually, it might clear up. Looks like there's a stalled vehicle on the left side over here. here. So I'm going to text, because this one and the one right next to it are the last two, but the one on the right, that's the one I was talking about where she hadn't gotten back to me yet. So I'm going to go ahead and text her since I'm here, see if she's had to take a look, because I sent her the like the data sheet for the fertilizer I use. I'm gonna see if she's looked that over yet and if she wants me to fertilize, because if she does, I might as well go ahead and do it right now. So this one is a monthly fertilizer application, and because it's on the monthly, I only charge him, what is it, $60. Last year my monthly fertilizer price was $50, and that's essentially like $25 per 1,000 square feet. So this guy, even though, you know, what is his, let's get his square footage. His square footage is only 1,100 square feet of turf area. So even though, you know, it's only 1,100 square feet, I'm not going to be charging him my minimum, because he signed up at the beginning of the year for monthly fertilizer applications. So his lawn, you know, continues to look nice all year, and I can cut him a discount on that because you know, I'm doing it every 4 to 6 weeks instead of, you know, just like one time. All right, so we'll get started on this one, and hopefully she replies back to me, saying she does want it. If she does, we'll do that one too. Oh, darn it. All right, yeah, so the cable came out of my battery pack, and what happens when you don't have a battery is it just ends the stream. So I don't know what the last thing was that you guys caught, but I was saying, let's see, so my revenue for today is $956. So yeah, there we go, $956. The one where I texted her about if she wants us to do it, if we don't do her today, then, or she doesn't get back to me saying that she wants it, then Ian and I can do it Tuesday afternoon when we're out here to mow. But if I don't do it today, you know, then 956 minus 128 is what, 828. Yeah, so not bad. $828 for what, three hours of fertilizer, and spending 180. Ooh, there's a breeze. But it's a hot breeze. But when you're sweating, that feels good. So yeah, I'll probably give her a couple more minutes to reply to my text. And if she doesn't, then hopefully she will by the time we mow on Tuesday. Or I'll reach out to her again. I'm also thinking of sending out like a mass text to my customers who didn't get fertilizer done today, just in case they didn't get the email or they didn't see the email, which I should be able to easily see. Yeah, it looks like quite a bit of open the email. Yeah, quite a few of them open the email. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want it, you know. Yeah, when it's hot like this, I don't want to put down, you know, the stuff I normally put down, especially the stuff that has nitrogen in it, or a lot of nitrogen. Nitrogen stimulates plant growth. So if you put down nitrogen on a lawn, you know, the grass is gonna, you know, grow real quick, grow a lot. And that's what you don't want to do when you start getting into these hotter summer months. That's why the stuff that I picked, you know, the Iron-Rich, I think it has like 3% nitrogen. Let's see if I can. Yeah, 3% nitrogen. It's organic nitrogen, which is probably from the dried poultry waste. 1% potash, 5% sulfur, and 10% iron. And 2% phosphate. So that nitrogen, because it's so low, you know, it's going to give the grass food, you know, to help it grow, but it's not going to like give it like, you know, an injection of like steroids or something. The sulfur, not sure what the potash does, or the phosphate. I think the potash might be to help like the acidity or something like that, but I could be wrong. The sulfur, like I said earlier in the video, is a soil conditioner, and it helps with nutrient uptake and the water retention of the soil. And of course, the big thing is the iron, which, you know, iron, if you put it on grass, the grass is going to get, you know, a real deep green color. So hopefully, you know, as you see these, you know, these lawns, hopefully, I don't know if it'll happen next week, depending on, you know, what the people do with their water. But as far as, you know, seeing it green up like week to week, it'll be interesting to see, you know, what these lawns do. Because looking at my schedule, we have a Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so what is that? 6 days will have passed. That might be enough time for, you know, the iron to, you know, kick in and, you know, start getting it green. The one we just did, I don't know if it can get any more green. But as far as, you know, getting it green, it's supposed to, you know, help it get like a deep green. You know, just like look like, you know, the kind of the chef's kiss, you know, of having a nice green lawn. All right. Yeah, I think I might hold off on doing hers. I sent a text message 20 minutes ago. She hasn't gotten back, so if she texts me as I'm on my way home or anytime from now until Tuesday, you know, we'll just bring the fertilizer with us on Tuesday and do it on Tuesday. So this battery pack was at like 50%. And since I've been streaming, it's down to 15%. So what, about half a day will give me 35%, or we'll take that 35%. So I think maybe as long as if I keep the battery out to help with overheating, because I haven't had any overheating issues today, which is saying something when it, whoa, my thing says 104. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, 104. So yeah, you know, that being the case, when it's, you know, this hot, having the GoPro on and it not overheating, like, that might be my solution for it overheating. Is just don't run it with the battery in the compartment and just use a power bank. You know, I might get another one of these so I can have two, so one stays home and charges, and then the one that's fully charged, I take it out for the day, and then when I get home, I put it back on a charger and grab the other one that should be fully charged. So yeah, that might solve my overheating problem. The only other issue is connection issues, which that I don't think I can really do anything about unless Starlink comes up with a portable battery powered satellite thing so I could get internet and I could just, like, I don't know, put it on the top of my head or something. I don't know. But see, with that, like, would you have to reposition? Would you have to reposition it every single time you get to a new yard, or like as you're driving, like how would that work? I'm excited to, you know, do the GoPro, you know, when we get into fall cleanups. And snow, like that's what I'm really excited for, because I think a lot of people would probably enjoy, you know, tuning into, you know, fall cleanups, doing leaves, using the backpack blower, just see the volume of leaves, kind of see how I do it, and also snow, just because, you know, it's, you know, you're doing snow removal. And once those cooler temps, you know, start coming down, or once the cooler temps start happening, you know, I won't need to worry about overheating, and, you know, then I could use the batteries and not have to be tethered with a cable. And also with this truck, you know, it has Android Auto, which I run Android. But you have to use it, you have to, you know, plug a cable in. And I've been looking online to see about like wireless options, you know, so that way just when I get into the car, I don't have to worry, you know, about like plugging it in to get Android Auto or whatever. And there's a solution out there, but it's $750. So how do I decide if it's worth the $750 to have wireless Android Auto? I have wireless Android Auto in my daily driver, and it's nice, you know, because like you get into your car, you start it up, Android Auto loads, starts playing your music, auto loads Google Maps. I mean, it's kind of nice having, you know, the cable plugged in, because it charges my phone, like, you know, while it's plugged in and running Android Auto. Because when I use my phone for mobile data, to stream with the GoPro. Like at the end of the day, you know, my phone's 25 to 30%. So it's definitely nice having the phone plugged in to keep, you know, the battery a little bit more charged, so I don't have to worry about, you know, running to a charger when I'm at home. But even if I'm at home, like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know, there's just these little things that, you know, that make life a little bit better, a little bit easier, you know? And spending $750 on wireless Android Auto, would that be a little better? Would that be a little easier? Yeah. If I go to sell this truck, would that potentially affect the resale value I could get out of the truck? I don't know. I don't know if it would affect it by $750. Yeah, sorry about that. Because see, that was a disconnection issue. And that's what I don't really know how to solve, you know? Yeah, I don't know where it cut off, but I was mentioning Swole. He's a streamer that I really enjoy watching when he streams. I watch a couple people play Marvel Snap. Dexter, I think it is, and Binks. So yeah, you know, it seems like, you know, not very many people are, you know, streaming when I'm streaming, or the ones that I follow, to where, you know, I can raid. So yeah, as we're coming up to the storage unit, I'll probably end the stream, just because being surrounded by those big metal storage buildings, my data usually isn't great, so it cuts out there. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. I don't know if I know I had one follower or one watcher because he commented, but it says I have one viewer right now. I don't know who that is, but if you're watching this right now, I appreciate you tuning into the stream. Hopefully you're staying cool, and If you're watching this on YouTube on Saturday morning, I hope you guys stay cool. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch this for fertilizer. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments down below, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. Whether it's pricing, what I charge, how I charge, anything you guys would like to know. I try and be as transparent as possible. So yeah, if you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you head over to my YouTube channel and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, consider heading over to my Twitch channel and giving me a follow. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. Share this video also if you think it could help someone. And don't forget to subscribe. I think like 90% of of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed. So if that 90% subscribes, we're going to be talking some big numbers for subscriptions on YouTube. So yeah, all right guys, that's going to be it. We're about to get into the storage unit. I appreciate your time. Hope you stay cool and hydrated, and we'll see you on Monday on Twitch, but we'll see you on Tuesday on YouTube. All right guys, have a great weekend. Bye.